To change out your main flow valve, you take the top of the machine off, remove the front sign, and turn off your main power. Also remove the light diffuser. Remove the bottom door and set it in a safe place where it won't get knocked over. Turn off your main city water feed and the tank valve. When you turn off the city water feed, it'll also turn off the pump toggle switch. Open the valve a little bit to make sure that your pressure is off of the system. Behind the black knob there's a couple of wing nuts you can take off. This will allow you to pull that knob mechanism forward. Pull the knob mechanism out. You'll find two screws, one on either side of the white flow block on the inside. Loosen those screws. They don't have to come all the way out, just about half the way out. You'll see when they're out of the way enough that you can pull out the flow valve. You can use just the tip of your screwdriver on this one, or a shorter screwdriver, because there's limited space. Pull the valve mechanism out and shaft. It's connected together. You'll replace the mechanism with a new one. There's two small O-rings. Put a tiny bit of Vaseline or food grade. Notice that there's a white part of the plastic that sticks up higher than the other piece of the plastic. When you're putting the valve back in, you need to have the part that sticks up in the top left hand corner. It'll be between the two screws. Slide the valve in. It'll go in about 90% of the way and then it'll stop. Then you push a little bit more and it'll just pop in. You'll see that part that sticks up higher than the rest of it. You want to run the screw in so it actually goes below that piece that sticks up. You don't need to put the screw in completely tight or it'll hit the center part that needs to turn. Once that screw is in, you need to tighten the other screw as well. And again, it doesn't need to be completely tight, it just needs to go in and hold that white piece into place. If you get the orientation wrong, then the valve will act backwards. Replace your knob mechanism. Inspect it to make sure that it's all tight and in good condition. Make sure you mate it up with the new valve shaft you just put in. And replace your wing nuts. Get them nice and snug. Check the top of the machine and use a towel to make sure you dry up any water that might have come out while you were changing the valve. Turn on your tank valve and your main water feed and make sure it turns on that little toggle switch at the same time. Open your flow valve and make sure that the water is flowing properly. Now you can replace your bottom door. Replace your light. Make sure it has a date on it so you know how old the light is. If it's getting old, even if it works, you still should change it. If the light bulbs go out, they'll burn out the ballast, and the ballasts are more expensive. You can replace your light diffuser. Turn your main power back on again and replace your sign. Make sure it goes in the grooves properly so it's nice and straight. Be sure to call the 800 number if you have any questions while you're doing this. We have customer service 24 hours a day. Replace the top of the machine and you're ready.